What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with our Week 12 power rankings, and yeah, you might think we weren't going to do it this week. We just had a lot of time on our hands. That unfortunately we couldn't get a video in, but we're here doing it now, and we're just going to jump right into it here. And we got the Lions, staying in last place. Almost put out the victory against Cleveland last week, but they got the Bears today on Thanksgiving, and hopefully that can be the first win.
We got the Jets. We got the Jets at 31. Almost beat the Dolphins. Couldn't do it. This week they got the Texans, which should be the best game of the week. So I hope everyone's excited for that one.
30th, we got the Jaguars, and someone might be taking the Jaguars in our video, so make sure you go watch that. But tough loss last week, San Fran, and an easier game to win this week against Atlanta.
At number 29, we got the Texans. A little bit better than the Jets, according to our power rankings, but in the same category, so you never know.
28th, we got the Seahawks, the most disappointing team of the year. But you can also blame that on Russell's injury, not having him at the helm. But now they got Washington on Monday night. And, you in the video, you said, if they lose this game, they're pretty much done. So definitely going to be a big game for them this week on Monday night.
Yep, with you. Number 27, we got the Giants. Blowout loss to Tampa Bay last week. Hopefully they can get back on track against the Eagles. However, I don't think they will. I think the Eagles are a much more efficient team on offense, and I think they're going to get it done this week.
26th, we got the Bears, and based off of our video we just did, they're going to be dropping this week after losing to the Lions. But they got Andy Dalton at quarterback starting. And Montgomery's healthy. This team is trending in the right direction, but I think it's too little too late for this Bears team. And it's going to be a rough week for them.
At number 25, we got the Dolphins. Came off a couple of wins, got their record back up to 4-7. If they can get a win this week against the Panthers, that would be huge. Most likely not going to make the playoffs, but if they keep stacking wins, you never know in that AFC.
24th, we got the Falcons, and I don't know, last week's performance, that was a sleeper if you're a Falcons fan.
Yes.
And this week we got Jacksonville. They might be able to get on track this week, get to 5-6, put their hat back in the ring for the playoffs.
At number 23, we got Washington. They have stacked 2 straight wins, so if they beat the Seahawks this week, that would be huge for them. So they definitely could make the playoffs still in the NFC for that 7th seed.
22nd, we got the Broncos, who are coming off a bye week and, got a tough test against the Chargers at 4:00. And, I don't know. It's definitely going to be an interesting game. You got 6-4, 5-5 in the same division. So you may not think it's a big game, just on paper, but, it's kind of a little rivalry, divisional rivalry, and big game, could play out towards the end of the year.
At number 21, we got the Panthers. They just did lose to the Washington football team, but they have looked a lot better on offense with Cam Newton back. So beating the Dolphins here would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming 500.
And 20th, we got the Raiders going against the Cowboys today in Thanksgiving. And, this team is just starting to, it's kind of panic mode, over there after everything that's happened this year with Gruden, Ruggs, their corner, and I don't know, too much drama in that locker room right now. And I just don't see them getting a win this week and, kind of starting to fall off here.
Number 19, we got the Eagles. They have scored a lot of points the last few weeks, winning. I think they've won 2 out of 3 or the last 3 games, but they got the Giants this week. They should win this one. Jalen Hurts has been really good running the football. So I think that's going to help them beating the Giants this week.
And 18th, we got your Steelers. Big game this week against the Bengals. And, obviously you're going with the Steelers. I went with the Bengals in our picks. But, if the Steelers win this one, they might be, right back in that division race. But, if they lose this one as well, they're falling pretty hard. So a lot bigger game, right now in week 12 than a lot of people would think.
Yep, I'm with you there. And number 17, we got the Browns, and they play Sunday Night Football against the Ravens this week. So that should be a very good one. I believe they have Chubb and Kareem Hunt back, so that will help Baker out a lot. But I still think the Ravens are a better team than them. I don't got them this week.
16th, we got the Saints. Tough loss against Philly last week. And now tonight you get the Bills, who are coming off of a beatdown. And, they're mad about that. And I don't know. I just think that it's going to be an ugly game for one team, but I just don't know what team that's going to be yet.
At number 15, we got the Vikings. They are trending upwards, looking to be in the top 10 pretty soon. I think they could do it with a win here against the Niners because they are that playoff team. They're the NFC version of the Colts, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The comparisons are there. I just think they're a really good football team, and they should be winning these few games here.
And at 14th, we do have those 49ers against Jacksonville last week, got a big win. And, we're talking about that Vikings game. This game is going to pretty much decide who's going to have that wild card spot going into week 13. And both these teams are trending in the right direction, so it should be a good game.
At number 13, we got the Colts. Just came off a 41-15 win against the Bills, and I picked that last week. If you guys saw our videos last week, I did pick the Colts, and I'm picking them again this week against the Bucs because I just can't pick against them right now. The hot hand. The Colts are going to be really good come playoff time.
12th, we got the Bengals, and big win last week against Vegas. Pulled away late in the fourth quarter. But, Joe Burrow has looked really good this year coming off of his surgery last year. And that's a tough thing to do, especially for a rookie, now sophomore quarterback. And I expect him to keep it rolling this week and walk out 7-4.
At number 11, just missing on the top 10 is the Patriots. Big, easy, looked like a very impressive win against the Falcons this week, winning 25-0. That defense has been stellar the last few weeks, and if they keep it going, they should be the Titans this week. And they could be winning this division this year.
At 10th, we get the Chargers who narrowly escaped Pittsburgh. They got lucky, you could say. And now they got the Broncos, in which we were talking about potentially the biggest game of the week, just for division race. And, especially in the AFC, where everyone's still beating up on each other. Definitely whoever gets this win this week will probably vault, one ahead of each other possibly. We'll just see, after this week.
Number 9, we have those Bills. Just lost, but pretty bad this week against the Colts, like I said. But they should bounce back against the Saints this week. I agree with you saying that it's going to be a pretty ugly game for one of the teams, and I think that's going to be on the Saints. I think the Bills are going to beat them up tonight. So look for a big game from Josh Allen.
8th, we got the Chiefs moving up, beating Dallas last week. They got a bye this week. So, going in the bye pretty good. I think they've won 4 in a row, I believe. The Chiefs are, I don't think they've been back. I think they've been there this whole time. Just the receivers struggled early, and, that led to all these Mahomes turnovers, bad Mahomes talk. But as of late, he hasn't, receivers have been consistent, and the defense is really the key part, what's led them to 4 wins. Definitely a Super Bowl contender still. And if people hopped off the Chiefs bandwagon, it's time to hop back on.
At number 7, we got the Ravens. Close win against the Bears with missing Marquise Brown and Lamar Jackson on offense. So that was pretty impressive. I know you probably saw the Tyler Huntley post-game interview. It's really, really cool to see. But this week they got the Browns, and they do have Lamar, and Marquise Brown should be back. So I'm looking for a win here for the Ravens.
And in 6th, we got the Rams not moving just because they had that bye week. And if they win this game, they're at least vaulting in the top 5 for sure, potentially top 3.
For sure.
Especially in Green Bay, and we haven't seen Green Bay's ranking yet this week. So obviously they're a top 5 team. And, Cooper Kupp obviously has been a stud, but now that Woods is out, you really don't know who's going to step into that 2 role. Could it be Odell? Could it be Van Jefferson? Could it even be Higbee? I think that's the biggest question mark around this Rams team going forward.
Right. At number 5, we have the Buccaneers. Pretty good looking win against the Giants. Played with them in the first half, but really separated in the second half. This week they got the Colts. Now, I already said that I have the Colts in this game, but you never know. I mean, it's hard to pick against Tom Brady. and that whole team that they're loaded. So it's going to be a good one.
Fourth, we got the Titans coming off a very disappointing win against Houston last week. And now it's not another easy game here that you should win against the Patriots, who are, going up and, ranked 11th. And what this team, I think that Patriots team, once they trade Stephon Gilmore, we're all like, all right, they're just not trying to win this year, whatever. And here they are at 7-4. But, to the Titans' credit, the wide receiver position has been super inconsistent. And, obviously they got through all those games with Derrick Henry just being a beast. But now that he's out, you've really started to show that they've struggled mightily on offense. And, I think this team could start to slide soon in the power rankings.
At number 3, we got Dallas Cowboys, staying at the same spot, even though they lost to the Chiefs last week. Go Cowboys, even though they just lost to the Chiefs. But I'm picking them this week, so Cowboys fans should be happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to be better this week against the Raiders for sure, no doubt.
And at 2, we got my Packers. It was like the reverse Aaron Rodgers theory. You left Kirk Cousins too much time on the clock after that huge touchdown. So we had to drop him a spot after that tough loss. And, you got the Rams this week. And I think if they win this game, I think there's no doubt that they have to go back up to 1. The defense, has been a top 10 defense this year. And that never rarely happens in Green Bay, except the one year they won the Super Bowl in 2010. And, they're trending in that right direction again this year. But a win this week will really solidify this team as being the best team in football.
And at number 1, we have the 9-2 Arizona Cardinals. This week they have a bye, so they're looking to get healthy. They have been winning football games without their quarterback and their receiver, and that could be due to the defense or just the running game. But they have been playing great football, so you got to give them credit, and that's why they're the number 1 team in our power rankings. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Power rankings every week. You guys know this. Just tune in. But until next time, Bench Buddies are out. Peace.
She never called back.